Is taking its toll on all of us, but for the seniors, the isolation can be really hard. Willie Alston, the long-term care facility ombudsman supervisor for both the senior services of Southeastern Virginia and the Peninsula Agency on Aging, he's going to join us right now with some advice. Hey, Willie, how you doing?
Good morning. I'm fine.
So we've had viewers that reached out to us and they're concerned about elderly family members, like my mom's 89. She's at home, but some are living in long-term care facilities. So what advice do you have for them?
Well, the first thing I'd like to stress is the fact that the Ombudsman program, which I'm a part of, is an advocacy program mandated by the state and federal government to advocate for those individuals receiving long-term care services. So my advice to families right now during this pandemic is that because of the isolation, because of the restriction on visitation, it's important, very important, that families find a way to reach out to those individuals that are being served in these long-term care facilities.
Yeah, and you know, we've been watching the news throughout the country, and there have been stories where people, you know, can't find out, or they're not being counted for COVID-19, or they can't meet with their family members because they're not allowed to be with that individual. What would you say to them?
Well, the important part is the families, even though there's visitation restrictions, family members play a major role in providing care for those family members. And so I suggest that they reach out, even during this visitation restrictions, they reach out to the facility, ask the facility what programs, what systems are set in place so that they can keep in contact with those folks that are getting care. Mm-hmm. It's important that we do this because of the isolation. And we want those individuals to know that they're not forgotten, that they're cared for, they're loved for, and family members play a major role in reaching out for that.
Right. And you say that it's very important for family members to call and check on their loved ones that are in nursing homes or other facilities. What should they be asking when they make that phone call?
They should ask what systems are available that will allow them to keep in touch with their family members. In other words, facilities are expected to have not just cell phones so that families can call and check on residents, but other means to also communicate with them. Some residents in long-term care facilities can't speak, so it's important that families be able to see those individuals and that those individuals be able to see the family members. And so we're suggesting, and it's recommended, that in addition to phones, they use Skype, they use Facebook, they use Zoom, because seeing and hearing is a vital part of the care for those patients.
Yeah, I know when my parents were in facilities and rehab to get better from, you know, treatment, I tried to make friends with some of the different nurses that were there, or people who I knew their schedule and things of that nature. So do you think that perhaps finding an advocate within those walls is a good idea as well?
It's a good idea to find someone that you can go to, and it could be the nurse, it could be the nurse's aide, it could be the administrator. But when you can't get all the answers, when you can't get the response that you want, that's where the Ombudsman program comes into play. We are patient advocates mandated to protect the interests and the rights of those individuals that are receiving long-term care services.
Wonderful. And Mr. Alston, we're looking at the information right there to get more information there. Free service, that's very important. There's the number right there. Thank you so much for being with us and giving us that really important information.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.